Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ramanuddin bin Muhammad Nasri, and my metric number is 2022-855-032. Introduction. Background of the study. Every day, especially during the lecture day of the UATM City New campus, will be filled with lecturers and students from different backgrounds. Each of them has own way to come to the campus. Among the way they come to the campus are walking, riding electric scooter, which is big, or motorcycle, bicycle, car personal, or carpooling, and public transportation, such as tram, van, and bus. Why we choose this topic? We choose this topic is because we want to know how university new campus students come to the campus. By knowing how students come to the campus, we can find out the most popular mode of transportation among students. Next, want to know what factor include their choice of mode of transport. For example, the financial budget, the time allotted to get to the campus, and the environment and lifestyle of UiTM City Dungun campus student. The last one is identify risk and issue related to the student's safety during their journey. The data collected from the research can be used to support the steps that will be taken by the relevant party to improve the safety of students, especially during their journey to the campus. Next, objective. First objective is to study the most common mode of transportation used by students of UiTM City Dungun campus to get to the campus. Next, the second objective is to know distance between resident and campus. Then, identify the factor that influence students choosing the mode of transportation. And the last one is to study the budget range in a week based on the transportation mode chosen.
Hi everyone, my name is Muhammad Hikal bin Bahrom. My metric number is 2022-825714. Methodology. Population is all students at UiTM City Campus Dungun. Sample frame is a complete list of all students at UiTM City Campus Dungun. Sample is 44 selected students at UiTM City Campus Dungun. And sample technique is convenience sampling. The last one, data collection method, is internet survey. Now, we move to sampling technique. Sampling technique is used in sampling convenience sampling. Convenience sampling is the non-probability sampling technique in which researchers choose participants not by a random or systematic process, but rather by their accessibility and convenience. We use this sample because researchers can collect data quickly and with little resources, thanks to this approach which is characterized by its practicality and easy of implementation. Convenience sampling has benefits due to its efficiency and easy of use. This approach is especially helpful in cases where using more complex sampling technique is difficult due to time and financial constraints. However, this sampling has inherent bias because the sample might not be representative of the total population, which could limit how broadly the result can be applied. Results should be interpreted cautiously, and researchers should be aware of the trade-offs between convenience and the capacity to make more completion. Although it has this advantage, this sample is the best because it makes it easier for us to collect student data and save time and cost a student.
Now, I want to explain about data collection method. The method we use is internet survey. Internet survey is a type of data collection method that is used on a platform to administer questionnaire to a sample of respondents. Internet survey can be delivered through email, web-based, social media, or mobile app. Why we choose this method? We choose this method because it saves cost. Internet survey methods are more cost-effective compared to the traditional method, such as mailing or face-to-face interview. Next, convenience and accessibility. Internet survey offer convenience for researcher and even for respondent. Researcher can distribute questions to respondent easily and quickly, while respondent can access the survey at any time they want, from any location with internet access. Internet survey also has weakness. Based on the survey we conduct, the weakness of internet survey is the limitation of environmental control. The researcher cannot control the environment or the place where respondents fill out the survey. Because of that, external factors such as noise, distraction, or social pressure can influence the respondent answer. Now, I want to explain about questionnaire design. Our questionnaire has two sections, which is section 1 and section 2. Section 1 consists 5 questions, while section 2 consists 4 questions. Among the questions asked in the first section is gender. The variable type of this question is qualitative, and the measurement scale for this question is. The second question is age. The variable type of the question is qualitative, and the measurement scale for the question is nominal. Third question is goes good. The variable type of the question is qualitative, and the measurement scale for this question is nominal. Fourth question is which part. The variable type of this question is qualitative, and the measurement scale for this question is ordinal. And the last question is what's your content residency status? The variable type type of this question is qualitative and the measurement scale for this question is nominal. Now we move on to the second section. Among the questions asked in the second section is how do you primarily commute to the UiTM Dungun campus? The variable type of this question is qualitative and the measurement scale for this question is nominal. The second question is how far do you reside from the UiTM Dungun campus? The variable type of this question is quantitative and the measurement scale for this question is ratio. Third question is what factor influence your choice of transportation to the campus? The variable type of this question is qualitative and the measurement scale for this question is nominal. And the last question in this part is what is the estimate budget range you allocate for transportation expense in a week? The variable type of this question is quantitative and the measurement scale for this question is ratio.
My name is Muhammad Azim bin Usman. My matrix number is 2022644062. Now we move to our main topic, which is mode of transportation that usually used by UiTM during campus students to go to campus. 29 of them are chosen by walking, and the 2 of them is bicycle. 1 is electric scooter beam, and 8 of them is motorcycle. 1 is car personal and carpooling, and 2 of them is public transportation. The majority choose walking, which is 29 from 44, and the minority is electric scooter, car and carpooling, which is 1 every of it. And the second highest is motorcycle, which is 8. So we make pie chart. To make a pie chart, we need more information about percentage and the degree. First, we must change our data into percentage and degree, so we can do the pie chart of this. To change our data into percentage, we must divide frequency by the total of frequency and multiply by 100, and we get our answer. As we can see in this table, for the convenience, 6 will divide by 44 and multiply by 100 and equals to 14%. For the cost, 18 will divide by 44 multiplied by 100 equals to 41%. And for the environmental impact, 1 will divide by 44 multiplied by 100 equals to like 2%. For the health and fitness, 10 will divide by 44 multiplied by 100 equals to 23%. And for the time efficiency, 9 will divide by 44 and multiply by 100 and equals to 20%. For the degree, as the percentage is same as the percentage. For change our data into degree, it's same as the percentage, but we will multiply by 360. As you can see in this table, 6 over 44 multiplied by 360 equals to 50 degree. 18 will divide by 44 multiplied by 360 and equals to 147. And for the environmental impact, 1 will divide by 44 multiplied by 360 and equals to 8 degree. For the health and fitness, 10 will divide by 44 multiplied by 360 equals to 81. And for the time efficiency, 9 will divide by 44 multiplied by 360 and equals to 74. Now we finished to change our data, so we will get our pie chart like this. Alright, next we move to frequency polygon of the distance between residence of students and UiTM City Dungun campus and number of students. To make frequency polygon, what we need is class midpoint and the frequency. Class midpoint will be the x-axis and the number of students, which is the class frequency, will be the y-axis. Now we move to the measures of tendency, which is we must find the mean, the median, and the mode. For the mean, we will use the formula, the grouped data, which is mean equals to the sum of f multiplied by x divided by the sum of f. 4.15, which is on average the distance between the residence of student ITM City during campus is 4.15 kilometers. And for the median, first of all we must find the position of median with the grouped data formula, which is n divided by 2. N equals to the total of f frequency, which is 44 divided by 2, and the position is 22. And for find the median, we must use the formula of grouped data to find the median, as you can see on this slide. So the median, we will get 2.75, which is 50% of the distance between residents and the ITM City during campus are below 2.75 kilometers, while another 50% are above 2.75 kilometers. And the last one for the measures of tendency is to find mode. To find mode, we will use this formula that you can see in this slide. So we will get 2.5316. We will interpret it, and the majority of this research, the residence distance between ITM City during campus is 2.5316 kilometers. Now we move to the measures of dispersion, which is we will find the standard deviation and the variance. We will use this formula to find standard deviation, as you can see in this slide. So we will get the standard deviation equals to 5.755, which is we will integrate it. On the average, the distance between students resident between ITM City Dungun campus deviates from the mean as much as 5.755 kilometers. For the variance, variance is equal to S square, which means standard deviation we multiply by the standard deviation, and for the variance it is equal to 33.12. Now we move to the shape of distribution. To find the shape of distribution, there are so many methods, but we use the Pearson coefficient one, which is, as we can see in this slide, we use this formula to find the shape of distribution. Now we get the shape of distribution equals to 0.7298, which is positively skewed. Now we move to the OGIF of estimated budget range that the ITM City Dungun campus students allocate for transportation expenses in a week. As you can see, we use the OGIF chart to define the data. Now we move to the measures of tendency for the subtopic, which is the estimate budget. Just like just now, measures of tendency, we find the mean, median, and mode. In the mean, we will use the formula, the grouped data formula, and mean equals to 5.97. We will integrate it, and on average, estimated budget range that the ITM City Dungun campus students allocate for transportation expenses in a week is 5 ringgit 19 cents. For the median, first of all, we find the position first, just like this now. 44 divided by 2 and equals to 22, which is the position of median is 22. And we use the grouped data formula to find median, and the median equals to 4.4. And we integrate it 50% of the estimated budget range that the ITM City Dungun campus students allocate for transportation expenses in a week are below 4 ringgit 40 cents, while another 50% are above 4 ringgit 40 cents. And for the mode, which is the last one for the measures of tendency, we use the formula of grouped data, just like we see at this slide. And the answer is 3.472. And we have integrated the majority of this research, the estimated budget range that the ITM City Dungun campus student allocate for transportation expenses in a week is 3 ringgit 47 cents. We move to the measures of dispersion, which is the standard deviation and multiplied by standard deviation, which is S squared, and the variance is equal to 30.294. And the last one is the shape of distribution. We use Pearson coefficient method, just like just now. We use this formula to find the shape of distribution accurately, and the answer we get is 0.855741, which is positively skewed.
In the conclusion of the study, we get information about the mode of transportation of respondents and how they go to the campus in the ATM document. From the result of our survey, most students who answer the survey are female, which is 55%, which is 24 students, and male, 45%, which is 20 students. The transportation that got the highest vote for the students, they used to be walking, which was 29 students. On the other hand, the lowest rated transportation for students are students who use electric scooter, which is being cars and carpooling. For each transportation that received the lowest vote, only one student used it in our survey. Finally, we can identify the distance traveled by students to get to campus. From that, the highest data is as far as 0 to 5 km, which is 40 students agree. And the second highest is 20 km to 30 km, which is 3 students agree. These three students may be a non-resident student. The distance traveled with the lowest number is as far as 5 km to 10 km, which only has one person, one student. The use of transportation is very important for your ATM document student. Do you know why I said the use of transportation is very important in the life of student? This is because the use of transportation can help students with their expenses, restore energy to continue to focus on study, be on time to campus, and comfort for students.